Hey, what's going on? It's your man, it's your boy, it's your pet goldfish you thought your parents killed 3 years ago when they flushed down the toilet. It's the Mana Shark here, and today we're going to be playing some Magic the Gathering Arena. As you can tell, like usual, I got sick again, so that's why my voice is a little off. We're going to be playing some blue-black control here. I've been, traveling, working really hard lately. I haven't had so much time to play, but now work is like I am super free. So we have a lot of time to play some Magic again. And right now I'm in the phase where I like to tweak. I don't like to, innovate that much. So we're just gonna roll with this fairly net decked deck I found online of blue black control. I love blue black. I love control. Deck seems really great. We'll do a quick run through with 4 ops, 2 negates, 2 cast downs, Liliana Triumph, Elder Spell, main deck. I don't know how many Planeswalkers are running around right now in Standard, but it seems like a solid inclusion. But a card that I could see myself boarding out, and then sometimes they board in Planeswalkers, and it makes me sad. I don't know. Thought Erasure, Tyrant Scorn seems like a really cool addition. Maybe a tad overrated, which is good because it's only 2 of in here, so I actually like that. Narset has been shaking up Modern from what I hear. Seems really good against a lot of decks like Phoenix and Control Mirrors and stuff like that. Cry for the aggressive decks. Kefnet seems like a solid house that has a really tough time dying. I guess sometimes you might even like not care for it to come back if you have another one in hand. Chemist's Insight is great. Ritual of Suit has Soot against other aggro decks. Vraska's Content to deal with Planeswalkers and big creatures. Exiling is great, but not against these gods. Enter the God Eternals is pretty solid as well. It is a threat and a removal spell, which is great for control decks. I could see milling an opponent really bad against Phoenix decks. Liana Dreadhorde General seems pretty good. I could see it as a house, just as a card on its own. Ugin the Ineffable, card advantage. The first ability I forgot even existed. But the peak plussing and then occasionally blowing up some things seems great. And pretty standard land base with a single blast zone. And our sideboard seems pretty decent. I'm curious when to bring in Thief of Sanity if all these control decks are rocking Kefnet. I guess it's still against like these like Sultai decks. So yeah, we're just gonna run a couple of games and figure out how Standard is lately. Disclaimer, I played a single match, I believe, of Standard the other day, and a draft. So like I'm not like fresh out of the loop, but it's been, for the most part, I really haven't played too much Magic since like War of the Spark came out, and I honestly hated the limited format. I have some recordings, but I didn't do too well, and I was just frustrated. So this hand's solid. 3 lands, negate. We're gonna keep the 7. Throw him a Greetings, and we slap down the Catacomb for our options. Ooh, he gave me a good game. All right. Let's hope that was an error. So we got a turn 3 Narset. He might be playing that mass manipulation deck. I don't know how to deal with those. So we're gonna play Narset here. Oh, the board is empty. Okay. Generally, when it comes to control decks, you can win every single matchup if you just know what to expect. In terms of like overall meta and stuff. So we can take another Narset. I kind of like taking the Thought Erasure here. Narset's a great card advantage machine though. But Thought Erasure picking out some counter spells is also good. I'd imagine, we're playing against like a deck that's trying to yoink things. Like this can take a mass manipulation or a counter spell, whereas this can generate 2 more cards out of the whole deal. But I'd rather this because this also helps us find a land. And we're already looking at, how we're going to hit our land drops and stuff. So, and yeah, what's cool is Narset goes down to 1 and then just sits there until your opponent gets rid of it. But this deck probably has some mana dorks. Ooh, Prison Realm. Okay. Did not expect that. Okay, I guess it's worth it. Ooh. All right. Drop an island. So we could go Thought Erasure plus Negate or Chemist's Insight. I guess we should Thought Erasure while he's tapped out and hit our 5th land drop. All right, Immortal Sun is annoying. Finale of Glory. Yeah, we'll take Immortal Sun. And we'll bin this Liliana. We just need lands, and we already have Liliana in hand, and yeah. Paradise Druid. Alrighty. This Finale of Glory is pretty solid. So I think what we do is we just drop Watery Grave. We could play it. Enter the God Eternals, actually. Oh, it says Hexproof. Yeah, so we'll just hold up Negate and Chemist's Insight. Yeah, if Immortal Sun dropped, we would be... Blue-black has really no way of dealing with artifacts. Does Ugin? No, Ugin I think has to be 1 or more colors to blow it up. So, yeah, it would just sit out there, and that would be that. All of a sudden, none of our planeswalkers work. Should be really bad for us. We take 2. I imagine we're playing against like a Bant's big mana deck. He's not playing that much blue, so maybe Mass Manipulation. Oh, he is. So maybe it's like Mass Manipulation, Finale of Glory. Maybe just a Bant's, mid-range deck. But I can expect at least game 2. X equals 5. So we can go Chemist's Insight now, untap, Ritual Suit, hold up, Negate, which I kind of like. Or we could just negate it now. I kind of like negating it now, but Ritual Suit deals with this compared to Negate, which deals with Mass Manipulation and future finales. I'll let it resolve. X is 10 or more. Ooh, the taunts, my man. You have some chutzpah. All right, draw 2 cards. Drop a Catacomb. Now we have 6 lands. Go Ritual Suit. Goodbye. Or Soot. I'm really bad at pronouncing cards sometimes. Play all the growth spirals you want. Jade Light. Okay. So next turn we can go Enter the God Eternals plus Nissa. All right, we're gonna deal with that Nissa. Plus Negate. So Swamp. Or we can play God Eternal Kefnet, which is just a great value engine. Blocks Jade Light really well. And we get to still hold up Negate. Yeah, I like that. Dude, why are you such a jerk, man? Like, I'm allowed to think. I'm a control player. I'm taking a reasonable amount of time. I'm talking to my beloved audience. And you just explode your head when you get angry. Poor sportsmanship right there. All right. So like a Bant's mid-range deck. Some cards considered Disdainful Strokes. Thief of Sanities against mid-range decks is generally good. This guy is somehow trying to emote during this thing, definitely. Elder Spell. All right, so we saw Nissa. So we definitely keep in 1. Do we bring a second one in? Maybe. Ashiok. Nope. Moment of Craving. Duress, Negate. No. All right, so what is probably not good here? Tyrant Scorn's probably not that great. Cry the Carnarium. He probably has some mana dorks that can get swept away, but it's probably very okay. Do we bring in the second Elder Spell? That's a consideration. So negate deals with mass manipulation and all that stuff. Thought Erasure. I like Thought Erasure. He's playing blue. All right, we'll bring out Tyrant Scorn. Carnarian might not be that great. God Pharaoh. All right, we'll keep in the one Elder Spell. So these Thieves. He probably doesn't have that great flyers. Do we bring out the Narsets, honestly? Is that a consideration? Or do we bring out... You know, he's probably playing Hydroid Krasis as well. Okay. We could enter the God Eternals. This might be on the chopping block. Maybe we just don't play with Thief. I don't know. We'll try. I don't know if you saw, I threw in one. And I was very considerate at the time. This guy is probably angry. Piece of garbage. All right, this is great hands. We'll keep this. We got 3 lands, Narset, Thought Erasure to clear the way. Seems like everything you'd ever want in a hand. If he has an early mana dork, I'll be a little annoyed. Okay, so he's holding up 2 mana. We'll Thought Erasure, see what's up. He probably has a negate or something. Oh, okay, Growth Spiral. So Lyra, Jadelight Ranger. I'm actually inclined to take the Jadelight Ranger. Lyra we can deal with later with Vraska's Content at a later drop. Jadelight threatens some stuff. So bin this. He is ramping fairly well. Okay. Drop a Narset. And let's just find another removal spell in case he's got something for Lyra. Lyra being a 5/5. Yeah, I'll grab the Opt. Opt is really good with Kefnet, and I think people really misuse it. All right, Narset can grab Liliana or Ritual of Soot. Ritual of Soot deals with like some very specific threats, which is really nice. We have Ugin. Like Liliana is a house, but I think I'd rather just take Ritual of Soot, because Ugin also is just a big value generator. Okay. I think we just pass and hold up, negate, and opt. But yeah, he's so ahead on lands. Alrighty. Let's go. Vraska's Content. He's got the negate. Okay. Let's rip a removal spell. Nope. Alright. Ugin destroys permanents 1 or more colors. Alright, so we have 1 turn until Ugin. But let's opt and see if we hit something. Definitely should have done that. Then play a land, but it doesn't quite matter. In I think any case, honestly. If we play Narset, yes, we get value out of it, but then it just dies. In a matchup where maybe he has some ways to grind back some value. So I'll just not play it quite yet. And then we go Eugene, who is uneffable. Get rid of that guy. And now I have 2 planeswalkers sitting at 1 loyalty. But Ugin, yeah. Look at that angry little man scooping to us. Take that. Gold tier 4. Haha. I don't know if I'll play that much to make it back to Mythic, but I'm really bored. And even though the deck I have is really slow, and usually you want to play aggro decks to grind to Mythic, this is the kind of Magic I enjoy. Ooh, Ravnica. Sorry about that. This is the kind of deck I really enjoy playing, so I'm just gonna roll with it. All right. So this hand doesn't have black for Thought Erasure, which is a little annoying, but we got a turn. We'll hit a land and play Kefnet later. Nothing for a couple of turns. I think this might be a keeper though. Against an aggro deck, it's a little sad. Against a mid-range deck, it's fine. No, we can mulligan. We'll get a better hand. Yeah, this hand's all right. I actually kind of like the previous one, but we'll scry something on top. We have nothing until turn 5 though. But literally any spell we'll put on top. Drop a Watery Grave. It's funny how shock lands for like 90% of the time just come into play tapped. And then like there's like a small amount of times where it comes to play untapped and you shock yourself, but I feel like literally all I do is play these shock lands tapped. It's just nice having the option of having them come to play untapped, you know. All right, Boros Challenger. So he's gonna get a bunch of attacks in, which is really upsetting. All right, he prevents non-combat damage to other creatures. All right. Well, this is sad. Ow. My butthole. And, well, this will jump us back into the game a little. But still, this is... Oh, we're dead. Okay. All right, Boros aggro. We just want to lower the curve, man. Moment of Craving comes in. Elder Spell. Imagine comes out. Excuse me. Thief. Chief Thief. The gate actually gets some things. What else can come in? Honestly, yeah, Chief Thief might be good just because it's a lower cost body. Liliana like really gunks up the board well, and gets some value. Maybe Chemist's Insight. Board presence doesn't do a ton for us. Yeah, late drop should just catch us up, which I think I think all of them do. And then it's just not dying is the goal. We can cut. What can we cut? Thought Erasure. He does dump his hand pretty fast. Nah, that's like our early interaction. Narset. Yeah, Narset's pretty garbage. Clip that and put it out of context. Let's negate. Nah. You know what? Let's trim a Liliana, put it in a gate, and just rock it like this. Hopefully it doesn't have like Experimental Frenzy, because that would be a great sideboard plan, mind you. If he has Experimental Frenzy, we are toast. We have a Moment of Craving, and then nothing. And then Kefnet. Which is not great, but not terrible either. Be mulligan, though. Alright, this hand's much better. Alright, if we hit a land, we'll be able to cry of Carnarium on turn 3, which is nice. We got Tyrant Square held up to pop a thing. Okay. Yeah, we blow that up. Let's not even futz around here. Opt for land. Yes. That's why you... And yeah, now our game's looking pretty decent. Legionnaire. Ouchie. We got smacked. Yeah. Alright. So yeah, we can go opt plus thief. Yeah, we want a 5th land over a 2nd, enter the God Eternals. Do we still want to play? Yeah. Blood Eraser can slot in the curve at a different point. Our opponent might even be playing some stuff that, like, gets him some value to draw cards. Alright, we have Vraska's Contempt to deal with this guy, so let's stop on his upkeep. Actually, just give +1. No, just a counter. Okay, sweet. Did it on his upkeep so that, and not on my turn, so that he has to spend the mana on his turn and before he draws a card that could potentially protect it. I got a 2/3 here. Okay. Enter the God Eternals. Make him mill. Get a 4/4, gain 4. That's like... I mean, it's not quite a comparison, but it's like on the value level of like a lot of commands and stuff. And then we go Thought Erasure. Goodbye, Heroic Reinforcements. And oops, let's not attack. Let's just hold our boy back. If he wants a 2-for-1 himself to kill my 4/4, that's cool with me. And then we're basically playing off the top, but I have the reassurance of Cry of Carnarium, and I just hit probably my best top deck, being Kefnet. And now my opponent should explode to tiny pieces, as we attack. And then play Ugin, our huge value train creature generator, making some blockers that could turn into cards, blow up problematic permanents. Like, how do you stop that? I love this Ugin. I love Ugin in general, considering there's only 2 Ugins, and I love both of them. Really want to own a paper version. Goodbye. Explode. So, were we happy with our deck? Yeah. Do we put in Duress? Maybe? I don't know, it seems crummy. Yeah, I think we just roll with it. And hope he doesn't have Experimental Frenzy, because that card would kill the man. Yeah. And we will defeat this man. All right, this hand, 2 lands, 3 early interaction spells. That's a keeper. Like, even though it's low in the lands, and then we have these guys to catch us up later. Like, we are in a good spot. We just want to 1-for-1 his dudes. Do we deal with this now or try and wait until to get some value? Part of me likes just Moment of Craving it when I can, because he has some pump. He showed some pump spells. Yeah, let's do that. Because, like, yeah, we could have waited until he cast something on it and then cast it down. But this gets rid of the scry value. And yeah, he has some creatures like Boros Challenger that I can't Moment of Craving. Alright, do we play Thief? Thief gets like a lot of cumulative value, which I like a lot. The only time I really regret this play is if he plays Tajik. But yeah, I think let's Thief it. Gross. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you'd keep in the Shocks post board. What a pretty card. Ouch. Ow, ow, ow. Well, let's draw our Ritual of Soot. That can save us. So Tyrant Scorn, or opt for a blue source. Tyrant Scorn, or Cast Down. Yes, the strictly better play. We'll keep it. And yeah, let's, before he declares attackers, we'll probably kill the Boros Challenger. And if we hit our 5th land, we can catch up with 2 Enter the God Eternals. No protection spell, please. Please. Por favor. Died. Aha. Okay. So we could take some damage here. Knowing that, like, that's what we're taking for the turn. We're gonna end the turn opt and hit a land, please. Ooh, this is good though. We'll keep it. Deals with his stuff well. And yeah, most of the plays he has off the top are, still good. But once we hit, all right, we have Grass's Contempt. Once we hit our 5th land, we go 2 Enter the God Eternals in a row. There's not many things that could stop that well enough. And we Vraska's Content, gain 2 life. Get rid of that thing. Be gone. Opt. We can main phase the opt. Hit a land, please. We're still totally fine if we don't. We have 4 cards against this one, and 2 cards that we are now able to cast next turn. If he plays anything. Like, are such high value cards of gaining life, amassing 4. Yeah. This is game right here. The only thing that could really do it is if he, like, saves up his stuff and does, like, an insane timely reinforcements play or something. Is that what it's called? No. Yeah, we can. Let's be patient. Do we have enough mana? I don't want to get blown out by a protection spell. I'm cool with casting it down. Or no, Tyrant Scorning it. We'll enter the God Eternals something else. We have 7 mana, so that if he protects it, And now we drop Kefnet. And what's really good, and it's like probably a very well-known thing, but I know a lot of people will not catch it, is that's the first card you draw each turn. So if you do something like opt on their turn, all of a sudden you're getting a copy on their turn as well. So like it's not ever really good to like save your ops for that reason. We're gonna reveal that, but it's a play, and it happens a lot in the stack, I'd imagine, if you have a lot of lands going. So even though it doesn't kill it, we're gonna play it anyway to gain 4 life and mass 4. And do we go in for the attack? This can become 4/5 trample or a 4/5 vigilance trample. Yeah, neither way. We do not go in. And yeah, we have 3 Enter the God Eternals in our hand. This is problematic. Like, we can't cast it down, but we could block with this guy for a bit. Oh, we can't cast that down either. So, Trample, Vigilance, Haste. Okay. And you can give it first strike. Neither way, we should block it. Block here. Again, double block Tajik to get rid of it. But no, I'd rather just enter the God Eternals at next turn. Do you have a pump spell for Aurelia? Shock. Okay. Do we get back Hefnet? Do we want that back? I'm honestly inclined to just like let it die. But let's see. He's got 39 cards left, so milling's not really a thing. What threats do we have in our yard? A Cavnet. Yeah, I'll decline it. We don't need it. What we do need is, you know, just some quality draws. Like, yeah, we're gonna get bashed by this Aurelia for a little bit. Oh, Gideon Blackblade. Okay. That card's awesome. All right. Man. Now we have an 8/8 that can't block this, so it might as well smash through. And we're at a pretty healthy life total. Thought Erasure is a little bit of a dead card, probably, unless we could use it in a situation where we force him to like cast a pump spell, which, you know, he has some. He has Defiant Strikes and Spirit. Okay. All right. Well, we can force him to block this turn. If we just enter the God Pharaoh, swing for 12, he has to block. Or we can play Kefnet, which, yeah, doesn't help us. So let's do this. And yeah, if he blocks it, he lives, and then his biggest threat dies. Or he dies. So, great situation. Triple enter the God Eternals. Justice Strike, okay. No problem. And now we just drop Kefnet. And with Vraska's Content, finally. to deal with a legendary threat. This is the sad part, where we just get to bash his brains out. Exile turn ally permanent. Yeah, that's can't quite use that yet. And we'll just content that. And untap, decline, smash him. We'll taunt him, pay 2 life, and then he'll 14 us. And yeah, that's the game, man. So all we did was basically just like, do our thing, lower our curve. Even though there's some really zesty, powerful things you can do with more mana, against real aggressive decks, you just have to just lower your curve as much as possible. And yeah, that was a really easy match. I really enjoyed, playing around with this deck a little bit. Some things to consider, I guess, is, in our sideboard, when is this one main deck Elder Spell that good? And if it's a flex spot, what do you put in? Also, I guess, I think it was the correct play. We board out Narset against the aggressive decks, because she's really just good in grindy situations. But anytime there's a creature on board, you play her once and minus her, she's at 3. She's gonna die. You pay 3 mana to draw, to anticipate, kind of impulse for a spell, and that's fine, but not necessarily something you'd want to be doing. So, but if you just know Narset as the zesty planeswalker, of course you're going to want to keep her in. So yeah, this deck's fantastic. I love how threat dense it is. Between, we have 3, 7, 10. We have 10 threats. Got Kefnet, God Eternals, Liliana, and Ugin. And that's fantastic. Control decks, I'm usually a big fan of the normal traditional control decks where you just have 1 to 5 threats. So 4 of them being planeswalkers and 1 of them being some creature that's very hard to kill, whether it has hexproof or some weird ability Prolic Ancient or Nezrahal or whatever. But in this case, we have a removal spell that turns into a win condition in a lot of matchups, and that's amazing. We have a random draw spell that could shut down what your opponent's doing. So yeah, I definitely give this deck a try if you're a fan of control decks. And it doesn't feel like I'm missing out to Teferi as much, because even though he's amazing and powerful, there's a lot of distinct power that comes from just being so heavy into blue and black and being able to reliably cast cards that are good against other matchups where, Teferi would be pretty terrible against red-white, but Enter the God Eternals, a card that you can't necessarily play that much in Esper, alongside all these double black and double blue cards. That's some power that you really get out of just being able to be just 2 colors with really solid mana. So anyway, this is the Mana Shark, and hope you enjoyed the video. Drop a like, and let me know, what are you up to? Are you playing Arena still? What decks are you playing? Are you having fun? And what decks do you suggest that I try out and I can, build it and play it on camera? All right, peace, y'all.